Sousa and Fabio Alano. Jackson representing Checkmat and Fabio representing Alliance. Fabio pulling guard there. Let's see if the ref's going to give. It looked like Jackson wanted an advantage for that, but he never had his hips on the ground, so nothing there. This is the heavyweight division in the adult black belt. You are watching Flow Grappling here, European Championships 2020. So far, an amazing tournament. Very technical matches. Whole new generation of competitors. Here, Jackson Sousa, the veteran, Fabio Alano, recently promoted to black belt. But given the veteran Jackson a hard time so far. Very loose guard there. You see Jackson trying to find some space to get in, and Fabio's not giving a whole bunch of room to work with. 8 minutes, 40 seconds left in this match.
All right, guys, I'm back. Brother,
we missed you.
Yeah, I miss you too.
Brother had one of his students competing over there across the mat, and your guy won, right?
Yeah, Jacob Zajkowski just submitted through the semifinals now.
Awesome, congratulations.
He's 6 months as a black belt, 22 years, and yesterday he made the record of the fastest submission of the Europeans ever. 8 seconds.
I think I saw that.
He's in a good shape. It was a tough match now, so let's see how the recovery will be.
Well, kudos, brother, for doing a good job now as a coach as well as a competitor.
I think it's the next stage, right? You compete, then it's about give back.
Exactly.
I appreciate
if Jiu-Jitsu did something for you, you owe Jiu-Jitsu something. That's how it works.
Exactly.
You give it back. On a side note, we just saw Julio Cesar, the founder of GFT, win one of his matches. I had actually never seen Julio Cesar compete. He's one of the most accomplished coaches in the history of the sport, hands down.
Hands down.
First with Universidade Gama Filho, that was the team, right?
Yeah.
And then it was Julio Cesar for a while, and now it's GF team. Very successful coach. A lot of people in the non-Portuguese speaking world don't know him, but you know, if you're from GF team, if you know GF team, you should know Julio Cesar, their coach. He just competed and just won a match. And here, going back to Jackson Sousa versus Fabio Alano. Jackson has been unable to find a way in. You can see Alano's very flexible for his weight class. Remember, this is the heavyweight division.
He was part of the Big Brother back in Brazil, you know.
TV show.
Yeah, and he's very well known by his hips dance. That's something on the internet. That's awesome. You guys need to Google. Jackson Sousa that's being very active, you know, competing all kind of tournaments, from ACB, World Pro, Abu Dhabi, Super Fights, Copa Podium, IBJJF, all you can see, all you can fight, he's doing.
Jackson there, very calm.
We're studying each other, don't open up, don't giving up mistakes, you know.
And Jackson has had a few attempts, tried to find a way in, but like Fabio's had a very, very strong defense there, very strong barrier in front of Jackson. And I'm not sure Jackson has a recipe to pass Fabio's guard. It seems like he really is looking for something, but unable to find an opening. Yeah, the key to a good guard is mobility, right? Constantly resetting. Don't stay in the same place for too long. Your grips are huge, but you can't rely on your grips alone, right, bro? You got to be moving your hips. You got to be pummeling with your legs. And you got to be attacking too. I mean, you can play defensive, but you know, I think the best defense is offense. I think this is true in like almost every competitive sport. Like the best way of keeping your, not letting the goal even get into action is keeping a very strong offense in your opponent's field. And I think that's what's missing Fabio here. His defense is very solid, but I think that offensively he could be doing more.
Exactly, because it's a fighting is like an argument, right? If you only say no, 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 the person will keep shooting pressure.
Yes.
You need to put the person to say no too.
Yes.
There we go.
Jackson with that
it's a
pass
very good
there.
position.
Let's see if it turns into a back take. Beautiful. One hook in. Let's see if you can get the second hook in. Nice.
What a good transition.
With the arm trapped.
Very good transition. It's a bad position here for Fabio.
And he got the 4. Yeah, horrible spot for Fabio. I think Fabio's mistake there was getting a little too defensive. And Jackson was he's been looking for an opening the whole time. Once he found it, he just capitalized. And now he gets the body triangle. Fabio's in trouble.
Jackson, who takes one of his biggest traits in Jiu-Jitsu is taking the back. Takes really well. You know, the likes of training with likes of Mushesha, you know, that's very specialized on those movements. Long legs, good technique. And you see that Fabio was blocking the bottom leg, which is the most common one to go first, and he went to the stop hook first instead of switch to the other side. So it's like the counter of the counter of the counter.
It's an argument.
Exactly.
That's what I call it, an argument with the body. I like it even more than human chess. An argument with the body.
Exactly.
Yeah, because the argument has to be based on what the person said, right? So it's a reaction based off the action. That's what's going on here. Jackson's been looking for reactions from his opponent until he finds a reaction, he finds an opening, right? And then he goes, boom, this is it. He pushes forward. Fabio was forced on his knees to defend the pass, and here's Jackson on his back. Now, he did open the body triangle. That's
real naked.
That's a chin choke.
Chin naked choke.
Chin naked choke. There we go. It's not illegal.
Wrong about how Felipe Pena loved those.
Yeah, it's a way of opening the neck too. You got to keep that in mind.
You as well, you know, on the chin, 100%. I saw you. I figured it out a lot seeing you fighting KBCC. Kakarek, I think you just choke over his chin.
Yes. Because here's the thing, the chin is, this is my take on it. Like in training, you don't do this to friends, but you got to keep this in mind. You put your chin there. Putting your chin down is not defense. If you don't care about your chin, why should I?
Yeah.
Right? It's your responsibility. Give me the neck. I'll gladly take the neck. You're putting your chin there. And it's when you think about it, it's
he said no.
He said no. Okay, I'll do something else. I'll take, I'll put it across because it's not illegal. You got to keep that in mind. We don't do it in practice, not to hurt our training partners. But in terms of competition, man, like I don't see why not. I think it's perfectly valid. You put your chin there. It's your chin.
It's also a learning process. Right? I'm sure from now on, whoever been choked with the chin on, you think twice before do that.
Correct.
Correct before stopping the hands to get there. That's the idea. I start playing up a little bit with hiding, blocking my own head and ear, so the hand doesn't go through between my shoulders and my neck. Therefore, I don't need to fight against that. It's something that also I saw Marcelo Garcia does really well. And as soon as I start teaching my students to do so, it got much harder for me to get to the real naked.
Absolutely.
Because once the hand goes above the shoulder, it's pretty much going to be it, right?
Yeah, and the thing is, we're always trying to be nice to our training partners. A lot of times people, that right there doesn't happen in practice, but it's not realistic to put your chin down and expect not to get choked because of that, right? You have to learn proper defense, like what you're describing, putting one arm up, or just good job hand fighting. That is correct defense, not just putting your jaw in the way and expecting that to solve all your problems. Jackson Sousa still up by 4 with just under 2 minutes left. Yeah, Fabio's in trouble here. And next we have Keenan Cornelius versus Felipe Mauricio from Icon Jiu-Jitsu. Keenan with his newly founded Legion American Jiu-Jitsu team out of San Diego, California. He is in the final of the open weight class against our boy Felipe Andrew from Zenith.
It's going to be a good fight.
It's going to be a good fight.
Who do you
I got all my money on Felipe. I say this all the time. Felipe's the next Buchecha, man. He's incredible.
You actually
He's
told
very
me,
well-rounded.
You told me before the tournament that you have a student who's going to be training, and he has a very big contender to win the absolute championships.
Yes.
And he was asking me to help you in the commentating to cover when you coach him.
I'm going to have to run over to corner Felipe.
So you know, like, you already knew and felt that he's in good shape.
And Felipe passed Buchecha yesterday in the rankings.
Wow.
So he's officially the #1 ranked IBJJF competitor in the world.
Wow. This is a big accomplishment. Congratulations. Well done.
Yeah.
Good job.
The props go to Cavaca, who found him. I can't give myself credit. He came ready. It's easy to work with someone who's ready. It's always, hard to build someone from scratch like Cavaca did. So the #1 and 2 in the world, Felipe Andrew and Marcos Buchecha, are both Cavaca students. So it will be fair to say Cavaca is one of the best coaches of all time, hands down. #1 and 2 were his students. So Jackson's still on the back there with just over 20 seconds left. Yeah, Fabio's in trouble. He hasn't been able to, he wasn't finding himself playing guard there. He got a little too defensive, had his back taken, and he's been defending himself the whole time. Props to Jackson, checkmate representative. Let's see if he can finish the fight with a submission, and he does. Submits his opponent with only a few seconds left. Moving on to the next round. Jackson having his hand raised there.